Welcome back to the Tokyo Fresh podcast. It's been 2 weeks.
It's been a long time.
It's been a while. I'm Jordan. I'm here with David.
Hello. I think that's the biggest, concurrent break we've had.
Honestly, yeah, my bad.
Well, except for, a Christmas, but, everyone's gone on Christmas. So
Christmas is different, yeah. Christmas will sometimes try to, pad the weeks we're not here with, a bonus episode or, do a double long run or... Yeah. This week was last week, I was in the UK, had a funeral to attend. My grandmother sadly passed away in December. Had to go back for that. There was no way I was going to miss it, basically. The lead up to it was actually fucking stupid as well. So Japan is weird, where if a relative dies, if someone dies and you don't bury that person within a month, they make it impossibly hard to take bereavement leave.
Okay, yeah.
Insanely hard. So it's like, oh my God. So
Japan just assumes you want that corpse burned and gone.
Japan is like
too sweet.
Yeah, it's happening next week, right?
Right.
It's already happened, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking hell. So it was over the Christmas period as well. So everyone's busy. The mortuaries, whatever, backed up in the UK. It's gonna be insane. You gotta plan funerals and such. It's gonna be a whole thing. So, second I hear about my grandmother passing away, I go, do you know what, Jordan? We're gonna do this as professionally as possible. We're going to do this in the most professional way. So I message HR in my company, and I'm like, hey, guys, grandmother's passed away. I'll need to take some bereavement leave. Do we have it in this company? She's like, yeah, we have it, 5 days for grandparents, yada, yada. I'm like, fantastic. Thanks so much. I'll let you know when the funeral is. It's going to be delayed because, obviously, New Year's, Christmas, yada, yada, yada. Perfectly okay, blah, blah, blah. This is me going the official route, me really, thinking about this, thinking, let's be professional. During the Christmas break, funeral day is decided. I'm like, thank you, mother, for letting me know ahead of time. I book a ticket. I'm lying in bed still, booking a ticket for ANA to get back.
Right, because you're gonna go, right?
I'm gonna go.
It's not
by fire, by force. I'm gonna go. And I was like, thank you so much, blah blah blah. And then once again, being professional, I messaged the HR again. I'm like, hello HR, it's Christmas holiday. Ignore me until you get back. Funeral date is this date. It's more than a month out after she died because once again, Christmas holidays, blah blah. It's this date. Just letting you guys know, I'll be taking that bereavement leave these days, and these extra days I'll be working from the UK, and they'll just be a holiday. Blah, blah, blah. Everything's chill, everything's cool. I go back to the office Monday morning. It's the new year, new me, blah, blah, blah. I get a message from HR being like, yeah, we can't approve that. I was like, I was like, what do you mean? You just you can't approve this. She's like, oh, yeah, we can't approve that. And I'm like, you're going to have to explain in grave detail why you cannot approve my bereavement leave. And she's like, oh, it's it's outside of a month. And I'm like, so I live in the UK. Things are different there. Funerals take place when they take place. I got to go back.
Right.
HR being, HR's just doing their best. They're towing the Japanese company line. And I
right, because they got rules they got to follow.
They got rules,
that, whatever. You can't break the rules.
Can't break rules. It was a very annoying situation so there are two, if you live in Japan, if you've been to Japan, you visit Japan, there are two annoying rules you're going to come across. And it was just that this was a situation where both these things came at the same time. One rule actually became a meme between me and Sean. And the rule is, the meme is, the rule is the rule and we can't break the rule. We can't break the rule. That's the rule. We can't break the rule. So the meme was you make up a rule, then you forget you've made up the rule, but then you can't break the rule because it's the rule.
Right.
And it's but you made the rule. It's yeah, but we can't break it. The rule's been made.
You probably don't even remember why the rule is made. It's so weird for something like that, right?
Yeah.
Where it's it involves the death of a family member. My question is why is that why can't you just take it whenever you can take it? Because that is the weirdest extenuating circumstance that you could possibly have.
Yeah.
It's I didn't choose when someone died. They died. So that means I got to take the time off when the funeral is, right? Like, I don't get to pick that. It just happens.
Yeah, it's a fact of life.
It's not like I'm booking off holidays to go to like Guam.
I'm
or
not going to
some shit.
Ibiza to fuck around,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly,
I'm going
right?
for a sad 2-week stay with the family in the UK. Like, get real, you know. So one of the rules was, of course, the rules are the rules, and we can't break the rules.
Yeah.
So they were like, oh, it's the rule, and I'm like, yeah, I realize that, but it's a stupid rule, and we are a company who can change the rule for our members. So let's do that. And then the second ironclad dog shit thing you'll come across in Japan is, well, it happened to me. Well, it happened to me. The rule is the rule, and it happened to me. So fuck you, basically. So like, I get HR being very trying to empathize my situation.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, I love this HR person. She's wonderful. She works really hard for the company. She's actually really sick. Like,
But she doesn't want to get shit from.
but she doesn't want to get
people
And
above her.
Exactly, and I perfectly get that. I'm like, bro, like I'm trying my best to be. I get you're trying to emphasize with me, but like, bro, this is insane. And she's like, oh, you know, it happened to me as well. When like my grandparent died, I had to like heal buried like later, and I couldn't take bereavement leave.
Someone asked, is that, he says, that's bizarre. Is that a Japan thing or just a shitty company? It is 100% a Japan thing.
It's a Japan thing. It's not a shitty company thing. It's 100% a Japan thing. Because
This is wild. I can see YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
let's go, baby. That's cool, yeah. But no, it's a Japan thing. Because my colleague was telling me in a different company she was working in, they wouldn't give her the time off as well because they were like, oh, it's you know, it's been more than a month. But what's weird to me is that I don't like when people say things like, well, it happened to me, you know, and I had to take my own time off, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but like, you live in Japan, you're Japanese. If my grandmother lived in Okinawa, I'd be like, perfectly okay. If I lived in Hokkaido and my grandmother lived in Okinawa and she died in Okinawa and I had to go down to Okinawa for the funeral, I could be there and back in a day.
Right.
I could be on the first plane out and the evening plane down back to Hokkaido. Easy. No stress, no problems, no issues. I don't live in Japan, good sir. My extended family all live abroad. It is a day to get there and you lose it. No, going there you gain like a day and then coming back you lose a day. So in total you lose time.
Right.
So I'm here like, I'm like, bro, it's a day to get there and a day to get back. No matter what, it's going to be 2 days, and that's just travel time.
Right.
That's just travel time.
Yeah, and that's something that's completely unavoidable because you have to physically move from one location to another, right?
I have to physically go there, yeah. But yeah, it was a stupid situation. I had to petition the company to like let me go basically. And you know me, I tolerate all I can tolerate, and then I just start raising a stink. And I was tolerating all I could, and then I was like, I'm now officially in. I'm gonna raise a stink. I just started like, just scheming. You know how it is. I'm just like scheming and like making plans and getting really annoyed. And I think my like the higher ups and like HR and stuff realized like, oh, Jordan's fucking scheming. Jordan's annoyed. So like, you know what? Just go. Fuck it. Just. We can't change the rule.
What do you expect?
Exactly. Like, we can't change the rule, make an exception.
I'm just like, what? Just not gonna go to my grandma's fucking funeral? Like, the fuck, dude? Like, come on.
It was a weird situation, honestly. It was very annoying. And the entire time, I'm like, bro, I'm trying to get work done. Like, I got stuff to do. I got work to finish. I'll be working from the UK for a bit as well. And just people just compassion. Where is it? Come on, lock in for like 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my issue. Like, be careful when you come back to the UK.
That is exactly right. It is not a time off request. This is a time off notice. I'm going whether you like it or not.
Yeah. Honestly, kind of, yeah. Because I had already booked the ticket. So I was like, I'm gone. Like, these are the dates I'm going. It's just a case of how do you want to put it in the system? Because either way, I'm not going to be here. And we can make it so it's going to be an easy...
legit whatever, or
I'm just going to... Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Man, I think most of my time off requests are time off notices. I'm like, I will not be here this day. You might want to get your shit together. Like,
I mean, that's fair. Like, people need time off for things that are out of their control.
No, yeah, exactly.
Occasionally.
It was silly, but either way, I'm glad they decided to let me go in the end, which was nice. Funeral was good send off. Saw my father for the first time in 5 years. That was weird.
Oh yeah, I guess he would have. It was on his side?
His mother. Yeah.
Okay,
it was interesting. I got to see a lot of my my dad's side of the family, who I just don't.
The Welsh
Side, yeah, who I just don't really talk to much for various not podcast safe reasons. But like, I mean, not podcast topics. To be fair,
Okay,
I'm not going to dive into the trauma of my childhood.
Just say they fuck sheep. I get it.
I mean, you're fucking them or stealing them. You gotta you gotta choose.
Or stealing them to fuck them.
I mean, listen, it's a tale as old as time.
There's a very A to B to C on that kind of.
Listen, I've played Civilization. I know how this tree looks. Okay.
Is that the animal husbandry tree?
Yeah, but yeah, basically, yeah, you've got it. It's the first tree for a reason.
Yeah,
It's the
okay.
first one for a reason.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I guess like a lot of my cousins and stuff I didn't see in a while. That was interesting. But yeah, UK outside of the funeral, outside of family stuff. You sent me a message when I was in the UK.
Yes.
And you were like, "How's the UK?" And I remember like I'm a little bit jet lagged. When this message came in. I think all I said was, "It's dog shit." I guess being like,
Let me see, because like we didn't send that many messages afterward.
No, I was like,
So I sent you a message on Monday, and I asked you, "How's the UK?" And you replied a day later, saying, "Man, the UK really sucks hard. Not gonna lie."
yes.
So it. Like,
Oh my God,
'cause you went recently, like last year, right? You
I
went
did.
With,
Yeah.
the
The partner for a
girlfriend,
wedding and stuff. Yeah, absolute insanity. So like, what happened in the UK? So in the time that I've not been in the UK, so for the like 6 months, something like that.
Yeah, half a year.
Like half a year. So I don't know how, but every time I go back, the UK seems to get worse. Little things that should work perfectly just don't work. For example, like my home station is a place called Tottenham Hill Station. Yeah. So
Tottenham,
where the crime happens.
Yep.
So like, I don't have my my Oyster card because I left it in my other wallet.
Okay,
in
sure,
Japan.
yeah.
So I was like, whatever, I'll just get a new one because, easy. So I go to the place, I go to the little window, and I'm like, hey, I need to buy an Oyster card. Where do I buy them now? Because back in my day, you just buy them from the machine,
Right.
and it appears
There's
that
no machine now.
Yeah, no, they separated the machines. Like now, the
yeah,
machine all it does is topping up, and there's a completely separate machine for buying Oyster cards. I was like, fair enough. I guess you lessen the line. I don't know, but cool. Where do I buy an Oyster card? She's like, oh, it's over there at the machines in the corner, tucked away. I'm like, fair enough. I'll grab one. So go to the machine. Now, my my station has a direct connection with Stansted Airport.
Okay.
So from Stansted Airport to my station, you got to take the overground train. Okay, and on that overground train, you have to buy a paper ticket. This is very important. This will make perfect sense in a second.
Okay.
You got to buy a paper ticket.
I'm
You
following
can't use
so far.
Oyster cards. You can't use your credit card. You got to buy a paper ticket.
Okay.
So let's pretend you've landed at Stansted.
Okay.
You land there, you get to the airport, you get to the station, you ride to the first big station along the route, which is Tottenham Hill. You get off, and you want to transfer to the underground. Now you need an Oyster card. It's time for Oyster cards. You're a tourist, okay? So I go to the machine, and I'm like, that's weird. This machine has nowhere for me to insert cash. This machine is
Okay.
card only. I'm like, hold on. That's peculiar. Maybe I'll just go to the window. So I go to the window. I'm like, hey, this machine's card only. I have cash, and I don't want to use my Japanese credit card to buy an Oyster card.
Right,
I don't want to
yeah.
pay like the surplus on that shit. Fuck
Yeah.
that, This isn't working. Where can I buy it with cash? She's like, oh yeah, it's card only. I'm like, yeah, I have eyes, I can see that. My question is, where can I buy it with cash? I assume you have a place one can buy it with cash, considering this is a massive hub for international travelers coming in.
Yeah.
This is where they come. This is the first port of call to go from airport paper tickets to like actual Oyster card underground stuff. So where can I buy it? Where can I buy them with cash? She's like, oh, I think the closest station is King's Cross St Pancras. I'm
Like central London.
Central fucking London. Now, I live in London. To be fair, from my station to King's Cross St Pancras, it's about 15, 20 minutes on the train. But notice an issue on the train.
Yeah, you can't get there. Well, you could walk maybe.
No,
but
you cannot use far. I'm like, you can't make,
No,
you
I'm
you
saying
can't even take, you can,
physically you
Physically,
could
you can
walk.
walk, yes.
Would you want to do that? Definitely
No.
not.
You can't even take a bus anymore because now buses are now also cashless. So you are stuck. You
Okay.
are fucking stuck. You're fucked.
So this is one thing that does annoy me,
Mm.
and I noticed this too when I went back to Canada as well. We don't live in cyberpunk yet.
No.
Where everything should be like, you know,
connected.
We're all connected,
Oh,
right?
God.
I can wave my hand across the thing
seven-
or pull it a USB
7
from
credits,
my
sir.
thing
Yep.
like Spider-Man and just plug it in and I transfer credits to you, right? We do not have like a internationally accepted everywhere currency that is universal to everywhere.
No.
And we don't have touchless everything everywhere. So the fact that you're like, we're not gonna accept cash anywhere is fucking weird. Because
It's so
like
dumb.
if I come to a place and all I have is cash, right?
Yep.
I can access my bank account, probably. But like that's no guarantee my debit or my credit card are gonna work in a foreign country. There's no guarantee, especially with like something like a Japanese bank where they're like, your credit card got used in a foreign country by you. That's probably theft. And then they lock your entire account and you can't get it back until you go back to Japan. So now you're stranded in a fucking foreign country
what's funny as
with
well?
no access to your money.
Just really funny as well. My Rakuten credit card, I call them every time I go abroad. And I'm like, hey, dickheads, listen.
Do not freeze my
Do
account.
not fucking freeze my account.
I definitely have to do that as well.
Do it. I'm like, don't you fucking dare freeze my account. I'm going abroad. At one point, the last time I was in America for work, I was like, don't you fucking dare freeze my account. I'm going for work. Don't you? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm on the phone. I'm like, listen, don't you fucking dare freeze my account.
Dare.
She's like, oh, there's a possibility. I was like, listen to me. Don't you fucking dare freeze my Japanese. Don't you fucking dare. She's like, oh, you know, it's all of this kamoshimanai tomoimasu. I'll do my best. I was like, give me an English speaker right now. I'm sick of this shit. Give me.
I want to make sure I'm crystal fucking clear.
I need definites. I can't deal with this shit. So I get on the phone with an English speaker and I'm like, yo, what percent is my account going to get frozen if I go abroad? She's like, 99% it won't get frozen. I'm like, what is that 1%?
The 1% that's gonna fuck you over, guaranteed.
Fuck me over. Because if I'm in fucking Taco Bell in America and I just want to get in and get out, and they're like, oh, I don't know, man.
What she meant to say was, it won't get frozen 99% of the time, 1% of the time.
1% of the time, literally. This fucking bro. I can't stand when Japanese companies do that.
But then you're fucked, right? Because it's like, okay, now my shit's frozen. I have to call my bank and verify who I am.
And you can't.
But I'm not in the country where I have like any kind of documents where I could verify my identity like immediately.
Can't do it.
So it's like, the fuck am I supposed to do? It's like, okay, if that was the case, right, you would literally be stranded because you can't even take out cash or do some kind of a transfer because your bank account's fucking frozen. So what the fuck are you supposed to do?
You're actually fucked. Like you
were literally fucked.
Do you know what I had to do? So retarded. This is what I had to do. I had to and also because the UK is hot dog shit. My area doesn't have a branch of HSBC.
Okay.
There's just the closest branch used to be in Finsbury Park, which was like a 30-minute bus ride or like a whatever train ride away. Now the closest branch to us, I think is fucking it's King's Cross.
Right.
It's fucking King's Cross St. Pancras is the closest branch of HSBC. My new local branch is the center of London, 20-30 minutes away. Absolute dumb shit. So I had to call my mother, like, mother, big favor, could you transfer like £20 to my HSBC account and I'll give you paper money later so I can use this fucking stupid contactless card I have as an Oyster card. Obviously she's like, cool, job done, easy done it. But
imagine if you had to wait like, oh, this transfer is over $5, so you're gonna have to wait a 24-hour period for the money to go through.
Shit like that,
like,
dude.
Great.
Fuck me. Worse is worse. Like I asked the woman, I was like, bro, so what do I do? Like, how am I meant to like move? And she's like, oh, you can buy a paper ticket here with money. And I was like, cool. I assume so.
Right.
Paper tickets are like £4 more expensive across journeys. Ridiculous. And I was like, okay, cool. At least you have that. This woman is also fed up with the system. Because I wasn't being mad at her. We were both very actively annoyed at the system.
Probably because she gets asked the exact same question all the fucking time. Because they changed it and been like, yeah, this works perfectly. Because the person changing it is like, I already have an Oyster card. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. So like, me and her were just like raving about it. I was like, this system is so dumb. She's like, I know, it's ridiculous. She's like, I get 50 complaints today about it. And I was like, what do you do? She's like, oh, we gotta sell them like paper tickets to King's Cross for them to buy an Oyster card with money at King's Cross Station. I'm like, okay, cool. At least you guys have paper tickets still that you're selling with money.
Yeah.
She's like, bro, this place, yeah, at this place right now, yeah. She's like, at other stations, they sometimes just don't accept. They're like, no cash. And I'm like, what do you mean no? What do you mean no cash? What the fuck do you mean
Money's
no
not good
cash?
anymore.
What the
Yeah.
fuck? Oh, dude. Every system in the UK is either broken, or doesn't make
I mean,
any
I
sense.
felt the same way when I went to Canada. Like, I felt like a stupid cunt paying with
Yes.
money.
Yes.
Because
You feel
people be like,
dumb. Cash.
paper? What the
Paper?
fuck is this? Right? Like, because nobody pays with paper. Like, everyone pays with debit.
Do you know what's dumb as well? Like a week after I left, I think like Lloyd's, TSB, one of the banks in the UK,
Yeah.
like broke or shut down or something, and then people couldn't transfer money.
Well,
and I'm there laughing
that's
like,
the fucking
bro,
problem, right? Because like if you make everything digital,
Yeah.
it becomes immediately susceptible
Yeah.
to cyber attacks
Yep.
or system failures,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And the second that happens, literally everyone that associates or banks with that bank is fucked
You're done.
for the foreseeable
Cooked.
future
Yeah.
until someone comes in and fixes
Fix
it, right? So at that point, it's like, okay, well, I don't have any access to my money until an
Until
indeterminate point of time in the future.
Yep. It's funny as well. I think
Then what the fuck am I supposed to do?
like being in the UK, so everyone's like, oh, I've not used money in ages. I'm like, you guys are stupid. What do you mean you've not used money in ages? You just have just digital shekels in your wallet. You guys are actually stupid. Like, I don't understand the concept of not carrying money around. It doesn't make, it will never make sense to me. Like, ever.
I am after living in this country for a while, I am a huge proponent of
Huge.
everywhere still accepting paper money.
Huge.
Because it's
Yes.
as dumb as like, you know, we're in the future. We should get rid of paper money. Just
No.
get rid of everything. It's not quite that simple.
No.
And if you try and switch everything over like this, there's going to be growing pains and
There
you know
is.
shit like this happens, right?
Look
And
at
it's
the
very
UK.
fucking
The
annoying.
UK is so broken right now with the whole. So I've gone to like cafes and stuff, and I'm like, I want a coffee, and they're like, cool. I'm like, okay, here's paper money, and they're like, oh, so
I don't have change.
I don't have change, or like
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
everyone assumes I'm paying card. Like every transaction in the UK, they'd be like,
They immediately turn into
immediately
debit.
they hit the thing for the contactless card payment thing. They're like, those one. I'm like, could you take my fucking cash, you weirdo? Like, why you stop hitting debitless transaction? Let me pay with my fucking money. You're being weird, you're being annoying, dude. Every time. I think with a contactless transaction, what I found as well that people don't know how much they're spending.
No, it's weird too, because like especially I think places that where you have to tip, especially like restaurants.
Ooh, risky.
Man, they
Nah,
fucking
dude.
get you. Like I noticed this when I went back to Canada and we were going out a little bit more, and you'd go to pay at the thing,
Yep.
and it just like goes immediately. It's like, do you want to add a 20% tip? Like it's not even
Straight
like,
away,
do you
yeah.
want to add a tip? It immediately just goes to a yes or no question of, do you
Yes.
want to add a 20%
tip.
But they
Get
don't.
fucked.
They don't tell you how much that tip costs.
No.
It says, do you want to add a 20% tip? Which
Yeah.
like, fine, okay, like you got to tip your server because that's just, you know, the culture or whatever, right? But like, I don't know how much I'm tipping you,
Yep.
and if I don't know that, I'm not okay with hitting yes because you know.
I miss back in the day where like a £5 tip was plenty. It's free money. You're getting I'm very much a proponent of not tipping. I hate the culture. I don't see the. I'm European brained. I don't see the reason for it. I don't see why I should have to, and I actively will not do it unless you've provided me with excellent, above and beyond service. You're not getting a tip. Like America has this thing where they're like, "Ugh, I hate serving Europeans. They never tip." It's because your service is dog shit. That's why you don't get it. It's simple. Europe is very straightforward when it comes to tips. You provide base 1 out of 10 service. We pay the bill. We leave. You provide excellent, above and beyond service.
Right.
You get a tip because we're like, wow, you didn't have to do all this and you've done it.
Yeah.
Here's a tip for being amazing. Here's a tip for serving our. We've got a party of 20 and you've served us all, just you. Here is a tip because that's crazy. Just me, and my girl going into a restaurant for dinner and you're like, oh, can I get a 20% tip? Brother, why? Leave me alone. And I get it. Americans hate this thing. Like, oh, but you know, you got to support it. I'm like, I don't want to prop up your bad system. And I get it. Oh, the system's bad. So you have to. No, you fix it. This is your system. I'm not getting involved in this shit. It's stupid. It's so dumb. Can't afford to tip. You can't afford to eat out. No, I can't afford to eat out. Get a better job. I don't know. I don't care.
It's not my fault your employer pays you pennies.
Why? It's not my fault. It's
Yeah.
not my fault. Like it's your state laws.
Do you think that is worse because you you like me have worked in the
kitchen,
the
the
kitchen,
waiters,
right?
yes.
So you're like, I know how much the ingredients
yeah.
for this cost.
Yeah.
I kind of can guess what your upsale is on it.
Yeah.
And if you're like, you can't go out and eat, it's like, dude, this is not cost.
This is not
like,
no.
no,
it's not. Like, this is not worth the money you're paying for it.
I just remember, like when I went on holiday back to Canada, I got that steak and it was like dog shit. And I just went, I paid $40 for this.
$40.
I'm like, there's no fucking way this is worth $40. Like, no fucking way. Like, I could grill this better at my home for like $15.
And then they're like, you can pay us a 20% tip. I'm like, why? What have you done?
Yeah, exactly.
What have you done? As a man who's worked in front of the counter, behind the counter, as a waiter, as a chef, as a sous chef, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
When I was a waiter, I never expected a tip.
Does that ruin food for you?
A little bit. Oh,
That you know what stuff costs, so like when you get it and you're just like, this is fucked.
It's ruined for like almost 10 years. It ruined restaurants for me. Well, I didn't want to go to restaurants because I'd go there and I'd order something for the menu that either one, I know I can't recreate, two, I can't cook, or three, I just don't know what it is. Like, it's completely brand new. Because if I go to a restaurant and let's say I'm on a date, for example, I go to a restaurant and the person was like, ooh, I love the spaghetti bolognese. I'm like, you need to actually fuck off or order something better because I can cook a spaghetti bolognese for pennies on the fucking pound. And you've brought us here to
that's
you know
the thing.
what I mean?
Like, I don't mind paying more for something that is labor intensive.
Yes.
Right? Like, I'm thinking like, okay, for example,
Go on.
something like if I'm going out to like eat Vietnamese food, right? And I'm going to like pho or something.
Yes.
I know that the labor that went into making the broth takes for fucking ever. It's not necessarily hard, but it takes a long fucking time. So if it's good, I'm like, okay, it's fine. I'll pay extra money.
Yeah.
I don't really care. But if you're like serving me like a fucking like cucumber sandwich that's like cut down the middle and you're like $10, I'm just like, dude, I'm like, eat my dick.
Literally. Do you know what? The biggest scam in cooking, the biggest scam in restaurants, I have to say this, guys, the biggest scam is Italian food. Italian food is the biggest scam in cooking.
It's noodles and sauce
It's
for most
every
of it.
single fucking thing on the menu is noodles and fucking sauce, and sometimes if you're lucky, they'll throw in a protein in there, and that's it. That's the entire fucking menu. Lasagna, noodles and sauce. Bolognese, noodles and sauce. Carbonara, noodles, little egg sauce, a little bit of egg sauce, and like $1.20 of fucking
Alfredo.
Yeah,
like there's milk and cream in that.
milk and cream in that bitch, and that's it. And then you got something like Vietnamese food, or like Chinese food, for example. And everyone's like, Chinese foods. Oh, yeah. And also, Italian food, very expensive, like historically. Don't know why.
Chinese food, cheap as shit.
Cheap as shit.
For some reason.
Cheap as shit, but also some of the most insane shit going into that food. Like even Vietnamese food, like for the longest time, I remember Vietnamese being like a cheap
Yeah, like
eat out. And I'm like, bro, pho is ridiculous. That's 10 hours of stock.
I remember seeing like, prices for like Vietnamese like breakfast or like not like in Vietnam.
Yeah.
It boggles my mind because it'll be like, I don't know, like
$1.
Not even
80
it's like
cents.
it's like a full meal for like $1.50.
And it's like
it's fucking amazing.
And there's like herbs on the table. Just take what you want type shit. Crazy to me. Absolute insane work.
Also, what a name for your currency.
What? Dong?
The dong, yeah.
Fucking hell, man. Vietnam has everything. The
Right.
dong?
The dong.
That'll be 27 dongs,
Dongs.
20. I'm like, let's fucking go, bro. This is crazy. That's insane.
So I'm looking here like, so it says like a basic bowl of pho ranges from 20,000 to 50,000. So let's say we'll go on the high end, 50,000.
50,000.
How much is that in
50,000 dong?
50,000 dong? How much do you think in Japanese yen?
50,000, 50.
50,000 Vietnamese dong.
Sorry, I'm gonna go up.
I promise.
It's really funny.
I'm 32.
I'm
I
30.
promise I'll grow up.
Dong is not a funny word. I'm an adult.
okay.
I have 2 degrees. 50,000 Vietnamese dong.
Is how much yen?
I'm gonna say like 500 yen.
Lower.
250.
It's higher than 250.
Oh, thank God.
It is
300 yen.
It is 299 yen.
Jeez.
And that's the high. I went with the high number.
Wait, that's the high?
Yeah, 20,000 is the low number, so that's like 119 yen.
Maybe we'll just retire.
Like, why the? Yeah, man. Oh man.
Damn, boy, that's delicious. There's one guy I follow on TikTok. He's a American chef, and he moved to Vietnam. He has a little like cafe there. He's got a little restaurant. He's got a wife, like I think 2 or 3 kids, and his whole thing is like he's just like be cooking in his kitchen, like showing like the cool Vietnamese ingredients, or like going to a Vietnamese store and being like, oh, I'm eating this like.
I probably have 100% definitely seen this guy.
Yes, he's
on
amazing.
YouTube.
He's so fucking sick. Like he'd be like, oh, I'm in this Vietnamese egg I don't know like sandwich place, and it costs like 20 yen, and I'm like, what? How is this cost 20 yen? And it's like the most delicious thing I've ever seen in my entire life. And he like sits at the table and he's like, oh. Yeah, the table just have like free shisho and like persimmon and mint and stuff. You just like use how much you want. I'm like, this is the most insane concept. What the
That
fuck,
is,
bro?
yeah. So, short in the chat said, I eat Vietnamese very often. It's always worth it, and I feel great after. That is
Yes.
true.
Oh my God, yes.
After having Vietnamese food, I never feel bad.
No.
Like it never like there is a thing about Chinese food when you eat a lot of like kind of like cheap Chinese food where you're just like, oh, the MSG, it just sticks to my insides and I feel like
hitting
shit.
me. My liver's getting
And then you're
pounding.
hungry in like
3 hours.
3 hours.
Yeah.
But Vietnamese food kind of like it sticks with you, but it's clean, right? Like I feel like it's not oily. They don't use like a whole bunch of MSG.
Yep.
Like it's pretty.
A lot of herbs in it. Very,
Yeah.
very herbaceous soups and like very like nice, like good cuts of meat.
Dan
Lots
asks,
of
is
stewed
Chinese
down
food
stuff.
cheaper relative in Japan too, or is that just a Western thing? I mean,
It's cheap as fuck.
you can find like a Panda Express if you really want, and like I wouldn't say that's necessarily cheaper than other more traditional Chinese food.
Do you know what my hot take of this? So in the West, you guys have like Chinese food, like your cheap takeaway. Blah,
Right.
blah, blah, blah. I would say in Japan, it's Korean food. Depending on like, if you go like a residential, like where I'm living now,
Honestly, you might be right.
right? It's
Yeah.
Korean food. You go to a residential area, especially like in where I used to live, where I'm living
Yeah.
now. Both these places have really good Korean, like near the station. My new area, I think I got this. You know the whole chicken in the white soup, delicious. It's so fucking good. I don't know what it is.
Dan says, I don't eat the Chinese food here at all. Shit's gross.
Yeah, shit is gross.
I mean,
unless you go to
depends on what-
expensive stuff.
It depends on what you mean by Chinese food, right? Because like even me back home, when I tell someone, "Oh, I'm having Chinese food," their image is like
chow mein, pork
chow mein,
crackers,
pork, you know, like General Tso's chicken smothered
General
in
Tso.
fucking like orange, like
jizz. Yeah,
it's like orange gel. It's like a sauce, right? It's like it's.
it guarantee it comes in a big jar.
but you go to like Chinatown, you go to like actual dim sum,
oh fuck
and
yeah,
it's like
dude.
real Chinese food is
Yeah.
not even remotely similar.
No, yeah. It's like in the UK. There's in the UK Chinatown. In London's Chinatown, there is a like tourist Chinese food, which is basically like chow meins and shit, big windows, all you can eat. Then there's like authentic Chinese food, which is like you go inside, nothing's in English, everything's in Chinese. You just gotta like hope you're getting something good. You
Listen,
know?
okay. Here's how you know you're in a real Chinese food place.
Preach.
If you sit down at your table and there is a lazy Susan,
Oh my god.
you know you're in a real Chinese food place.
I didn't know where you're gonna go with this, but yeah. Oh my favorite Chinese place
100%.
in the UK. I only got introduced to it because the girl I was dating at the time knew about it from her Chinese friend. So we go there one day. I go inside. There's a fucking big lazy Susan, family style Chinese table in the middle, and I'm like, this is crazy. We sit down. I get the menu. Can't read anything. Can't read not a single word. It's all Chinese, and I'm like, damn, what do we do? She's like, don't worry, I got this. She knows what she's doing. I just follow her lead. She's just ordering shit off the menu. It comes out, everything sharing size. Everything goes straight to the middle of the table. Ridiculously good. 10 out of 10. So fucking good. Holy shit.
It reminds me of university when we'd go to the same Chinese bakery.
Oh, yeah.
And like because we had Japanese class at 8 a.m.
Fuck that.
Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So we go to after class, we go out for breakfast in Chinatown. We go to this bakery, and they had like a restaurant on the second floor, and it was really really fun because like you study kanji in Japanese, right?
Ah, this is great.
And
yeah.
it was
Yeah,
it was a
yeah.
Cantonese bakery from like it's like a Hong Kong style bakery. So all their menu is in Cantonese, which uses the same kanji as it's not simplified Chinese, right?
Yeah.
So it was fun just like looking at the menu and trying to like based off of the kanji you learned in Japanese to like glean what stuff was.
Pure kanji and vibe, just trying to
Because
work
it'd be
out
like
the fuck
it'd be
shit
stuff
is,
like
yeah.
long moon noodle and seasoned vegetable.
And you're like,
maybe?
I'll
Question
take-
mark?
I'll
You're
take
like,
one of
"Oh,
those.
sure,
Sounds
Yeah,
great."
it sounds good.
Dude,
and
I
you get
fucking
it,
love
you'd be
that.
like, this is not what I thought it was, but
Yeah, I made the mistake. I think there was something that had like the kanji for like a mai in it, and I was like, oh, it's something sweet. I'll get one of those. And it came out and it was like a beef thing in like a tare sauce, and I was like, this is not what I thought it was. But the thing about like a Chinese bakery is even when you lose, you win.
Yeah,
You
it's
win
true.
big. Nothing's more delectable than like a flaky pastry with braised beef inside. Inject that into my heart. That's so fucking good.
Yep.
Damn, dude. But anyway, Italian food's a scam.
Yes. Yeah.
Don't get Italian. You can any Italian food you eat, you can recreate at home for like a fraction of the fucking price, dude. Legitly.
Yeah, I feel like though to your point before about like
Yeah.
Korean being like the
It's the
replacement
Chinese of
for cheap
Japan,
Chinese
yeah.
food. I understand why, because I feel like Korea has a lot of just like really good, easy to make street food,
Yes, they do.
and like
Yes, they do.
nobody dislikes fried chicken,
Oh my god, yes.
and nobody definitely dislikes yang yum chicken.
Yum chicken is so good.
It's
God
fucking
damn,
amazing.
It's so good. Fuck, dude. Just think, even bad yum chicken is pretty good. Like I had bad yum chicken. I ate the entire box, and I was like,
Yeah.
wasn't that good? Wasn't that good?
But
was
I
like,
ate
it's
all
like,
of it.
You ate 20. I was like, yeah, I ate 20 pieces.
I've
Don't
had
question
better.
me. I've had better. Did I dip it in the glazed mustard? Of course I fucking did.
Yeah,
Did I
what are you,
eat the
stupid?
pickled daikons? Every fucking one of them.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that good. Would I order it again? Yeah, next week. But it wasn't that good.
But it wasn't that good.
It
Yeah.
wasn't that good. Am I craving it right now? Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't that good.
I'm kind of regretting our choice of going to Hanbei now because
Should've
now I
gone
want
Chi-
Korean.
we should have gone Korean. Fuck. Next time, dude. We'll go
That's
Korean.
fine, it's fine,
Nah,
it's
this is Jay's brother. So we gotta take him Hanbei.
Okay.
We gotta show him the Hanbei, dude. Honestly,
Yep.
it's and also I'm gonna get some fucking.
Oh, you're gonna get him weird. Okay. Do we?
Go on.
I was gonna say, do we want to be mean when we go to Hanbei and torture this man?
The problem is, I think he has what is that thing? Aflax. The thing where you're scared of food. I think he's like a.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
Aphid. It begins with an A. Oh, what is it called?
Don't they all?
Fucking hell, don't they all? Sometimes an R. Let me stop. I'm gonna get fucking thing where
Were you scared of food?
Afraid of food. I'm describing it wrong, but it is Arfid ARFID.
ARFID.
Yes, it is restrictive food intake disorder.
Is a condition that limits your food intake. It is caused by. It isn't caused by. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
ARFID?
Like, ARFID.
I guess ARFID. So, because in the past, ARFID was referred to as fussy eater or picky eater. However, it is widespread misconception that young children are fussy eaters. They will not eat any food that doesn't look pristine condition. It is normal for young children. They blah, 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 have a phobia. It's simply labeled with ARFIDs. It's real, valid.
So
So apparently, it's similar to like they're saying it's similar to like spider phobia, snake phobia, yada yada.
So is it just like you are afraid of eating stuff that is new to you,
Yes.
or
That is like the whole thing, and they've given it a name. Go on.
that's really mean, Dad. but
Read
it's
it.
Funny.
Read
Dad
it.
says he's got that thing where you're a bitch, but it's diagnosed, so it's okay.
Fuck off.
Wow.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
I
But-
mean,
so I was like, izakaya would be a good thing of all, because like it's fries, it's like deep fried things, easy to eat, easy to accomplish. And I think there's definitely some things on the menu I want to challenge him to eat while we're there. Not grasshoppers or something, but like I'll probably
come on. There's some Hanbei.
Hanbei?
Okay, maybe people who haven't been to Hanbei or like don't live in Japan who've been to Hanbei
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
know about the weirder shit on their menu.
I'll be sick.
So like, okay, let's list off some of the weird stuff that you can get on the Hanbei menu.
You can get
One
frog.
is frog.
Frog, yeah.
Yeah, you can get frog. Grasshoppers.
Grasshopper, swallow,
Swallow the bird.
the bird, yeah. You can get like deep fried glazed swallow.
Can you even do that? Because I thought
No.
they were a protected animal.
Listen, it's the show period, baby. We can do anything the fuck
I
we
don't
want,
think I don't
dog.
think Hanbei gets to just pick which generation of
Listen,
laws they
Hanbei's
follow.
like, baby, we time slipping. We follow the rules of 1800s Japan, dude.
It's not the fucking Meiji era.
Let me live. Look at the menu.
I'm just looking if swallows are a protected bird in Japan.
I don't think they are. I think because they're edible, it's fine.
Swallows are protected in Japan
Oh.
under the wildlife protection system and hunting law. These laws prohibit the capture
Well
and
then.
keeping of these wild birds as pets.
See, like they keep them as pets.
But it doesn't say anything about eating them.
There we fucking go. Oh, also locusts.
Well, I mean, that's grasshoppers, right?
What's zazamushi?
Zatomushi?
Zazamushi. What's
Zazamushi?
zazamushi? Because that's something I have on the menu.
Zazamushi is, oh god, it's on the tip of my tongue. What the fuck?
It's like a stonefly larva. Dobson fly larva. It's a bug. It's a grub.
It's like
It's a grub. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
It's larva.
what the fuck are they called? Like mealworms.
Mealworms. Yes, they have mealworms
yeah.
on the menu. They got a lot of weird shit. Hanbei's fun. And depending on the branch you go to, the weird shit on the menu changes.
Ooh, that's true.
Yeah. So the swallow, you can find it in the Shinjuku branch of Hanbei. The one we're going to in Shibuya today has grasshoppers, and it has mealworms, and it has
Frog. I know
It's got frog. They all have frog. Frog is a staple. I don't know why, but every single Hanbei has frog, and I don't get it.
I think like that's probably because it's like a struggle food.
Oh,
So,
I mean,
like,
yeah,
it
to be
matches
fair.
the
Yeah.
it matches the ambiance.
The ambiance. What I found really interesting about Hanbei, quickly diving into Hanbei, because it's like such a weird small izakaya chain. A
Yes.
lot of people don't know about it. My senpai Rory, love this kid. He's like lived in UK longer than lived in Japan longer than I have. Went back, came back again, and his sister came to visit. And he's like, oh, I don't know where to take them. And I was like, yo, take them to Hanbei. It's like a ridiculous store. And he was like, oh, you've never been. I was like, we gotta go. So we go, bro. I was so drunk. We're getting these like giant beers. We're getting like just everything on the menu. And I love that every person on the table is like, bro, what are these prices? What are these? We got a teapot full of Nihonshu. Hanbei's dangerous, dude. Hanbei is the most dangerous place
teapot?
to drink. A whole teapot. They brought it out. It was like a little Atsukan teapot of like Nihonshu. They were like, oh, dozo, go hard. Enjoy the bevies. Insane. Honestly, great. I miss Hanbei. Is Dan here now, right? Dan's...
No, not yet.
I was going to be like, Dan, get your ass to Hanbei. Let's go drink. But anyway, it's fine. David, how's your 2 weeks while I wasn't here?
Man,
What'd you do, David?
Man, I haven't.
Enlighten
I
me.
mean, the fruits of my labor.
David gestures to his miniatures. that he's
Just
been
my
painting for 2
my
weeks.
small minis that I've been painting for 2 weeks. Yeah, that's about it.
Just painting?
Yeah, pretty much like that, or just it's been like just kind of a chill week. Like I haven't done anything of note.
Nothing too insane?
No,
Nothing
not
crazy?
really.
I mean, I get it. It's one of those weeks. It's one of those, what was it? It's like a filler episode week. We just like,
Yes,
I need to
yeah.
just like vibe for 2 weeks.
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily a filler episode. We do have a thing of the not the week. I guess a topic of the day that we should talk about.
Do we?
I mean, I didn't discuss it with you, but I think it would be of interest
Oh,
to talk
shit.
to you
Let's go then.
about it.
Go for it. My bad.
No, I'm not working on. Well, I mean, I guess technically they're Tau. It's the Vespids from the thing. But anyway, let's go on to this happened this week, last week.
Go on.
When was this? February 6th, so 2 days ago.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So, I'll just switch over because I do have it up in the thing here. Boom. Tourists arrested in Japan for striking convenience store clerk over 3 yen bag altercation.
I saw this. Oh, my fucking God. What a fucking dingus.
So, let me just read
Jesus.
this out. So,
Go on.
self-checkout registers are supposed to be a win-win. Shoppers can quickly pay for their items and be on their way.
Yeah.
Store staff can focus on tasks that can't be left for customers to handle, like stocking
Easy.
the shelves. However, the potential drawback is that some shoppers, either by accident or on purpose, might not properly complete their self-checkout transactions, such as a situation recently occurred in the late night hours at a convenience store in Hokkaido Prefecture, leading to a violent altercation with a foreign tourist. Okay, so at around 1:40 a.m., so this is late as fuck. This is like well after, you should be out doing anything.
Yeah.
On January 27th, and like it's 1:40 a.m. in Hokkaido. It's fucking cold.
Wait, in
my
Hokkaido?
Man. Yeah, it's in Hokkaido.
There's been nothing but snowstorms for the
Yeah.
last.
So
Wow.
what the fuck are you doing out at
fuck?
1:40 a.m. in Hokkaido? So in the Kita ward, noticed that a customer using a self-checkout register had rung up his purchases, paid for them, and then taken a plastic bag from the rack next to the terminal. However, the bags aren't free, and customers wanting to use them have to include the total number they're taking during the self-checkout procedure,
Okay,
which
fine.
each bag
Makes sense.
costs 3 yens. Perfect. Yep. It's unclear whether the customer, later identified as a UK national tourist,
No.
never sending their best,
Fuck's sake.
intentionally avoided paying for the bags, or whether he was just unaware that they weren't free to use. Either way, though, customers are supposed to pay for them. The 48-year-old clerk who was working a shift at the store followed the customer out to the street and called out to him to address the situation. Okay, fine.
Yeah, fine,
At
cool.
some point in the interaction, the clerk says the other man struck him, opening a cut near his left eye.
Jesus Christ.
The British man then left the scene, but the clerk contacted the police, who were able to locate the man and place him under arrest. I can't imagine it would be
kinda
that
pretty
hard
easy.
to find the guy at 1:40 a.m. looking for the British tourist.
Lord help me.
Following his arrest, the man... Okay, this is the best part, though.
Go on.
Following the arrest, the man denied intentionally striking the clerk, saying, "We were arguing, I didn't strike him, but when I pushed him away from me, my hand probably hit him."
Hold on.
That is like the most like Japanese defense of...
Listen. I didn't punch him in the face, but when I pushed him away from me while we were arguing using my fist may have punched
May have
him,
hit him in the face.
but it wasn't me. Wow, dude.
Right.
Wow, dude.
So yeah, like who knows what was actually said. They said the chances of a convenience store clerk trying to shake you down for extra money that you don't actually have to pay are low enough as to effectively be non-existent.
Yeah,
even if
it's
one of them were running such a scam, it's a safe bet that they'd be asking for more than 3 yen. What if the clerk hadn't just asked the man to pay the bag and immediately said he was going to call the police? That's all the more reason to remain calm, right? Generally, level-headed people in Japan realize that the language barrier and different social norms can sometimes lead to foreign visits. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this is really dumb.
Yeah. Okay.
This is really dumb.
So, let's just break this down for a hot second here, right? You're a foreign tourist in Hokkaido at 2 a.m., basically. It's 1:40. Might as well be 2
You've
a.m.
already fucked up, yeah.
And you're buying something from the convenience store.
It's definitely
I
snacks or
I
alcohol.
hope to fuck it wasn't Seiko Mart.
Oh,
How dare you steal from Seiko Mart? Hot Chef is working back there
my God.
to give you the goods.
it's 2 a.m. He's just started his baking.
Yeah.
Leave him alone.
You motherfucker.
Stupid fuck.
Okay.
God.
So it's really dumb on both ends, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid. Because on the one hand, the guy is, he's like, "Oh, I haven't paid my 3 yen and I took the bag and I left and whatever," right? So on his end, it's like, "Hey, we need you need to pay for the bag. It costs 3 yen, right?"
Yeah.
So just pay the man 3 fucking
It's
yen,
3 yen.
right? Like how?
He's gonna write that.
Look how many yen this is just sitting on my fucking desk, right?
3 yen is. It's important to say 3 yen is also.
It's literally nothing.
It's the money you're trying to get rid of.
Yes, I don't ever want 1 yen coins. If
we-
someone's on the street asks me, "Hey, can you give me 3 yen?" I'd be like,
gladly.
"Fucking great!
Oh my
Yes.
God, I've been waiting.
Sure, I'll give you 7. It's an odd number. I don't need that many."
It's a case of like when we're at restaurants and stuff, and the bill is like, I don't know, let's say it's 9,322 yen. There is a fight to throw
Yes, people will fight to
People
get rid
are-
of 2 yen.
People are battling to get that 22 yen out of it. Like, no, okay. And depending on how much coins you have, someone will cover the whole like 322 yen of the bill just because like they don't want to deal with the coins. That's so commonplace. So this guy's like crashing out over 3 yen.
Right.
It's not a respectable crash out.
Yeah, no, it's fucking ridiculous.
He's a tourist as well, right?
Yes, he was like not even someone living there. Because I think here's the thing:
Yeah.
if it was someone living there,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have had this crash. He would just paid the fucking 3.
Yeah. Oh, my bad.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my
right?
bad. He's 3N. Whatever, dude.
Because you never want to be in an altercation where the police could possibly be called.
Do you know what's funny as well? So I've just finished editing a video. It's going up. It's like uploaded. It's going to be uploaded tonight at like 1 a.m. editing the thumbnail. And the video is about just like bad tourism in Japan in 2024.
Yeah.
And I realized I'm doing research. A lot of like bad tourist shit in Japan, it's not a case of, oh my God, I had no idea this was wrong in Japan. From this day forward, I'll respect the wa. It's mostly just shit like, I'm a cunt. And
Yeah,
I'm
yes,
gonna do
yeah,
I'm
100%.
gonna do cunt shit because I'm visiting Japan and I feel invincible. No one's gonna stop me, and I'm gonna live a stupid life while I'm here. Like, a lot of the shit is not. It's normal in their home country too. He's from the UK, right? In the UK, bags also cost like 5 to 10 pence.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's
like,
not exactly.
Why would you be surprised that bags cost money?
It shouldn't. It shouldn't be surprising. He should know this. It's not a case of like, oh wow, I didn't realize that in Japan. No. In
Right.
the UK, this is the case. You know it's the case in Japan.
And not even that, right? If there was a question of whether he paid for the bag or not,
yeah,
you got a receipt.
you got to receive.
You're like he literally just left, so
Yeah.
he definitely still has it on him, or it's just been discarded in the thing
the
at the
paper thing,
self-checkout
yeah.
thing, right? Pick it up, check. Did he pay for a bag? Yes or no?
Yes, no.
If no,
Job done.
he took the bag. Get the 3N, right?
It's not hard.
So
What a fuck.
it's like, why the fuck? But here's the other thing, right?
Mm.
You're the fucking
Clerk, or
clerk,
whatever,
right? You really gonna go after someone for 3 fucking yen?
Yeah. This also.
Right? Because, like, if it's from the self checkout,
Yeah.
then the self checkout doesn't know whether you've got a bag or not.
No.
So at the end of your shift, throw 3 yen in the thing and be like, I'm done.
I'm done.
Right? Because 3 yen is like, it's literally might be less than nothing, right?
It's
like,
le-
it's basically literally nothing.
These coins float on water.
Yeah, like
they're useless.
They're useless, right?
This is a situation where, of course, the tourist obviously in the most of 99.99 reoccurring percent of the wrong goes to him for being a fucking weirdo fighting over 3N. But there's that little spark of just what a job's worth. What a
Right,
fucking
yeah.
job's worth. Like, bro, chill. I've never worked a job, especially like a fucking convenience store job, where I'm like, oh my God, that customer's
I
stealing
saved the company 3
3
yen.
yen. They're gonna give me a knighthood and suck me off in the freezer. No, they're not. It's not gonna happen. Stop it. Like,
yeah.
I can't stress this enough. Putting yourself in harm's way for the company is not good. The company doesn't care about you, no matter what the company
No,
is.
yeah, they don't give
No
it.
matter
Like-
what the company
like
is.
that, like you're not gonna be like, oh, the hero who saved us 3 yen. It's like the company is like routinely bleeding money or spending millions and millions
If
of yen.
anything, the company's going to be like, why have you put yourself at danger risking us?
You've now
lawsuit.
risked us a lawsuit by getting into a fight with someone.
Now we have to pay your fucking medical fees or whatever because you decided to get punched on job time. You've cost us money. I wouldn't be surprised if this guy got fired. I would not be surprised if they like either move this guy or demoted him or like started punishing him for being a massive fucking crash
Right.
out.
Because like now as an employee, you know, like, okay, I saved my company. He didn't even get the 3 yen, so he didn't even save the company the 3 yen. But now it's like, okay, well now you've involved the police, and now other people have to get involved.
Oh,
It's like,
it's a
you
big
could've
issue
just been
now.
like,
you could just
It's 3 yen. I'll just put it at, like, yeah, it sucks. Like, okay, why should I have to pay 3 yen for this fucking
it's
dickweed's bag?
annoying, yeah.
But at the same time, was it really worth getting whacked in the face and possibly a lawsuit and talking to the cops and like just there's so many ands that you put at the end of this sentence where it's like, and then this, and then you got to do this. It's like, it's not worth your fucking time.
I will never understand why people think that. What is Japan? Love Japan is I was actually thinking about it. I've answered my question as I was asking it. Japan does have this thing where they're like, my work is the company.
Right.
The company is me. I must support the company.
Mm-hmm.
That mentality is still really bad in Japan. And I think that could be the reason for this. I don't know if he's like
Maybe.
because like Japan does that a lot. They go, my whole thing is my job. Even like comedy workers have that. Like the baito, like the frita, even they're like that. They're like, oh, my entire personality is this job I work.
Right, yeah.
I must defend the company or whatever.
Which is fucking weird.
No, it's weird, but Japan does it a lot. Like they cannot stop doing it. It's so strange, honestly. Fucking weird, honestly.
Yeah.
Jeez. Why do you have to be from the UK? Oh,
And like again, like I don't know. It's over it's over 3 yen. Like, why are you pushing, punching? So like to get to that point, like, what was the conversation that went on? Whether he understood it or not, like,
yeah.
how did you get approached by the dude?
Guarantee the British guy was drunk.
Oh, 100. Yeah,
Guaranteed.
like that. 100%. Yeah,
Guaranteed.
That's probably,
He's drunk. He's re-upping alcohol. He's gone to the store. He's been a massive cunt. He's got alcohol in the system. He's being a dickhead, and he just
Yeah, of course.
What a fucking idiot. What? What an idiot. He's in prison now, right?
I
so.
I don't know actually what happened to him. They don't actually say. In Japan, is pretty accommodating of honest mistakes, especially from foreign tourists. But shoplifting and assault are even relatively minor instances are things that locals are unlikely to give anyone a pass for. Yeah, I would
Prison.
think the same.
100 years.
I don't imagine that. I mean, he probably got taken down to the Koban, but I don't know what like. This is one of the cases where I kind of would have just agree with the police and be like, this is not worth my fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
I could be sitting in my nice warm Koban and you called me over here for an incident that deals with 3 yen in a fucking plastic bag. It's not worth my motherfucking time.
We got, 1.3 meters of snow overnight. Bro, I don't have time for this, dude. Fuck.
Agreeing with the police about it being a waste of their fucking time, that's definitely a waste of their fucking time.
Oh, it's a waste of police time. And I hate agreeing with the police. And the police have nothing but time.
Yeah.
You know when Japanese police have nothing but time. So you know when something is wasting their time, you know wasting
it's
their
not.
time, dude. Fuck.
Yeah.
Jeez. We'll wrap it up. We gotta go to
we do
Hyundai.
have to go. Clark could have found 3 yen on the ground on the way to chase the guy.
Bro, he could have kicked through the snow.
Honestly, yeah. Like, he could just, like, look under a fucking vending machine. He would have found about, I don't know, like, 96
dude,
more.
Easily.
97 more yen.
If you just searched 1 or 2 vending machines in the area, you would have found 100 yen. Someone just left there.
Someone, whoops, I dropped it under the machine. I couldn't get it.
You could have made profit.
Yeah.
You could. The amount I've dropped 100 yens under the vending machine, just been like, I'm not going under there.
Yeah, because,
It's disgusting.
No.
Idiots. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you.
We do have to wrap it up. Yeah, 'cause we got to go.
We got to think next week. I think I'm here next week. I'll see you next week. I don't think I'm doing anything. I'll take you on the way down. I'm so busy this year. Holy fucking shit. But anyway, guys, I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the Discord. Let's chat there. Until then, safe travels. Be safe. Be warm. Bye-bye.
Bye.
We're going to go drinking.